Hey, thanks for having me, guys. This is an original short I wrote for today because I had an idea.
Oh, cool. Yay.
The therapist said it was strange how I loved the lake, that it was unnatural for a girl to be so taken with the monstrous vitriolic body of water, with its ice-white serenity, its cerulean joy, its anger a purple midnight storm, its vengeance the theft of a child or the life of an unwary boater. Danger regardless, I spent all my free time at the lake. As a child, I cried when we left the beach. As a teen, after school every day, I biked to the shore just to listen to its melody. The therapist had all kinds of opinions on my fascination. I had a lot of therapists because I was adopted when I was 8 years old and I didn't have any memories from before. As I grew up, I learned to disguise my passion as normal activities. I joined an open water swim team and squeezed into wetsuits in all seasons to swim up and down the shore like a dolphin. I did polar plunges and took sailing and kayaking lessons. As an adult, I partied with men twice my age just to spend summer afternoons on their well-appointed boats. Eventually, one of these men proposed, and eventually I accepted, because the therapist said that I really shouldn't be thinking about walking into the lake and not coming back every day. And maybe a husband would help. At the wedding, at the wedding, my parents gave my husband a large flat box with a blue ribbon, which he tucked away without opening, and I quickly forgot about it. We had children. I tried to be a good wife and mother. I loved my family, yes, but they did not make me feel loved, not the way I felt loved in the lake's chilly embrace. I thought myself an unfit mother for a time, but the therapist said that was normal, so I tried to forget about that too. One day, my daughter came down from the attic, her face pale. She asked me, "Mom, why is there a skin in the attic?" "A skin? Like a deer skin?" And she shook her head and guided me upstairs, confessing that she had been looking for my wedding dress, that she wanted to try it on, when she found the large flat box with the blue ribbon. It sat on the attic floor, yellow with age, and I still couldn't remember opening it. "You say there's a skin in there?" She nodded. I flipped the lid open. Relief flooded me for exactly 1 second, for the contents of the box was certainly not human skin. It was my skin. At the sight of the tawny bluish pelt, watertight and breathable, my missing childhood memories came crashing back. A half-dozen siblings with blue-green skin and water-dark eyes, fins instead of arms and claws instead of fingernails, lungs so efficient we could spend hours underwater, a herd of protective kin, mothers and fathers and aunts and uncles who raised us, loved us, taught us how to swim and sing with the waves. I saw 8 years of life lost when a poacher fisherman yanked me out of the water, skinned me alive, and sold me to the highest bidder at one of those illegal trafficking markets that were always in the news. My parents didn't adopt me. They purchased me, and then they sold me to my husband. The light in the attic was too coarse and yellow and bright. My human flesh felt dry as a forest of kindling ready to go up in flames. I clutched my skin, my pelt close to my chest, animal instincts taking over. Home. I needed to go home, now. "I love you," was all I could say to my daughter, my seal's teeth already starting to protrude from my gums. I sprinted to the car and drove madly to the lakefront, where I ran, jeans and all, straight into the water. My skin unfolded gracefully as I wriggled out of my jeans and slipped into my freshwater Selkie's pelt. And oh, the joy of swimming as I was born to. The lake rose up to meet me, mending the rift between my two fleshes. I could hear my pod singing out in the deep, the pod that missed me and counted me for dead, and I set off to find them. I did not swim back for many years, afraid of the poachers, afraid of my husband and parents, but I did come back to find my daughter standing at the edge of the lake, looking for her missing family. So I surfaced and waved. Thank you.